Abbondanza.
Here it is, the Bakersfield podcast with mattomunoz. Audio brought to you by Chain Cone Clark.
Welcome back. It's your host, Mr. Mattomunoz, and I am joined in studio once again by one of our dear friends, the Director of Marketing from Bakersfield Museum of Art, Lauren Marty.
Hi, Matt. How are you?
Very, very good. And I'm glad that you are back in studio because that's
pleasure.
the only way to do it.
I know. Much better than the phone calls. I love
Yeah.
what you've done with the place.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Well, I am an artist. I try to be.
It shows, sir. We know. We know.
Okay, so we are here to talk about the 25th annual Via Arté Italian Street Painting Festival, which was one of the best annual events in Bakersfield. 25th annual.
I mean, if it's October, it's Via Arté.
Yes.
It's just become that much of a cornerstone of the calendar here, not just in Bakersfield, but in Kern County. This is such a labor of love. We love this event. We start planning it in summertime.
Yeah.
And we put the call out for artists. This year we have over 120 artists from junior high student groups all the way up through professional artists participating. Different size squares. We'll have the professional side where the grown-ups are working, and then we have our Via Bambino side where our junior high and high school student groups are going to be working. And if last year's work on the student side was any indication, this year should be insane. Those kids, I saw renditions of Picasso's that just knocked my socks off. They were incredible. Big shouts to West and Garces and Foothill and more schools than I can even name. But there was some really impressive work last year, and we're looking forward to seeing that again.
And that goes to show you that the arts education programs, the visual arts education programs at these schools are really doing well, that they're producing these young artists that are, they're just a couple years away from being in the museums, right?
They really are. It's really easy to just focus on the reading and the writing and arithmetic, and of course that's critical. We all want our kids to grow up and not just be book smart, but street smart. And then there's another level. There's what the soul calls on you to do, and for a lot of kids, that comes out in different iterations of the visual arts. So we play a role not just with Via Arté, but we actually go into the schools in Bakersfield City School District and provide art education classes for fifth graders. And we're so happy to do that program and then see kids progress from there onto junior high schools. And then we see them at Via Arté. And then before you know it, they're on the high school teams. And then before you know it, they're there with an assistant, maybe two on the professional side at Via Arté. And it's just a joy to see that growth.
I'm sure everybody listening, you may have heard about it, but if you have not attended, it's literally in your backyard, right over at the marketplace. You know where the marketplace is, 9000 Ming Avenue. Yep. So this is the schedule for it. It kicks off Saturday, October 21st, 8 a.m. The artists begin working, 9 a.m. to 11. Saturday studio at Via Arté.
That's right. Saturday studio at Via Arté is really special. So on select Saturdays, we have kids' art education at the museum, and during Via Arté, we bring that to Via Arté. So kids can pre-register to participate in these classes. There's one a day during the festival. Kids get a t-shirt, their own 2x2 square, private instruction from one of our instructors, a Q&A with our featured artist, Katrina Rocha, a box of chalk, and they just go to town. And there is nothing like seeing this crowd of kids in their t-shirts working away on their 2x2 squares, just putting their hearts out. It's wonderful to watch.
And so the work it continues to intensify. So everybody shows up because I know they pressure wash the asphalt right there, the entire parking lot. Well, I would say about 25% of the parking lot.
There you go.
Something like that. But they pressure washes so that everybody gets like a clean, pristine canvas.
That's right. As pristine as one gets on asphalt.
Yeah.
I mean, we are talking about asphalt, but that's right. We have people coming out, giving the place a nice wash off, coating the asphalt, making sure that it's appropriate to work on. And then artists show up. They'll start registering on site between 2 and 6 on Friday just to let us know, hey, we're here. We're going to be back in the morning. They start working at 8 o'clock the next morning. Artists are even welcome to work overnight if they feel they need to. We're going to have some live music. I think you know something about the live music that's going to be there.
Well, I'll give you a little quick rundown.
Please.
So on Saturday, the entertainment starts out at 10 a.m. with the acoustics. Then every couple hours, you got word of mouth, Mixed Signals, NSA, My Homies, and Mento Buru on Saturday from 6 to 8 p.m. So you get a little bit of everything, little acoustic rock, pop music, jazz.
We got a little bit of everything. And
Sunday,
the artists
and it continues on.
That's right. They're working all day long, some into the night if they feel they need to, and then back at it again on Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Artists are going to finish their work by 3 o'clock so that our jurors can take a nice walk through, start evaluating for festival awards. And that's an important part of this too. Not only are artists competing for prizes, these are juried. These are cash awards that people are voting for, including a People's Choice Award. More on that one in a minute. But basically, it means you're walking through the festival, right? And every square has a number on it. You're going to see these QR codes throughout the festival. Point your camera at it, access the ballot, and vote for the square that you love. And then we will announce on social media after the festival. I think we do that on Tuesday on all of our social channels. We're at the BMOA on Facebook and Instagram, and at BMOA on X/Twitter, or whatever it's called now. Maybe Elon will change the name, who knows? But we're going to announce the winner on Tuesday. And that's of the People's Choice Awards. But at the festival, we'll have awards for things like Best Rendition of a Master, Best in Festival, Best Technical, Best Use of Color, not just on the professional side, but on the Via Bambino side as well.
No, and one of the things about it, let me see, the best thing for you listeners out there, it's free.
Absolutely.
It's 100% free to attend.
That's
so,
right.
They have very generous sponsors that come out and they want to promote this wonderful event. They partner up with Bakersfield Museum of Art. Of course, the people at the marketplace, they just cancel everything. We want Via Arté to happen here. They know what's up.
Oh, they know.
They're not silly. They know what's up.
They know. No, we are so fortunate to have so many partners this year. It's not only the marketplace. Lots of partners have come out. Stockdale Podiatry, BMW, quite a few others. We're so blessed to have that kind of support just to make sure that this event is free. That doesn't mean that everything there is free. No. You can buy your 2-foot square of chalk of pavement on the Via Bambino side and try your own hand. And when you purchase those squares, when you purchase the t-shirts, the hats, the lanyards, all the stuff that we have out there, those proceeds directly benefit the museum. They help support the exhibits that we create. I know that you've been talking with some of our artists who have work on view now. They support our education programs. They support our wonderful community events like Art After Dark and Via Arté, and help us take care of our permanent collection. A lot of people don't know this, but we don't just have rotating exhibits. We are actually the caretakers of a permanent collection of 20th and 21st century art created by California artists. And caring for that collection, whether it's works on paper or sculpture, what have you, they all need to be preserved in the appropriate way, and that takes money to do. So when people come out to enjoy Via Arté, we want you to see all of the wonderful work, applaud the creativity of your neighbors here in Bakersfield and throughout Kern County, and even the state. We have people traveling from all over to participate in this.
These type of Italian street painting festivals do occur on other all across the nation. However, the Bakersfield, the Via Arté Italian Street Painting Festival in particular is one of the most prestigious, I would say.
I mean,
it is well known. We get people from all over the place. I mean, the marketplace, it's the epicenter of art of
That's right.
The Central Valley, everybody, the destination. So people come from all over the place.
Yep.
So we want to remind everybody that that's going down this weekend, Saturday, October 21st, Sunday, October 22nd. So if you go to you go to bmoa.org, there's a schedule on there, because you might want to show up. I mean, if you show up too early, you might just kind of see, well, there's no art here. Well, show up a little bit more towards the afternoon when the sun starts kind of, or like, I would say, what would you say would be the best time to show up?
Oh my goodness, the best time, it depends. If you want to see the finished product, I'd arrive maybe after 12 o'clock on Sunday to see people just getting started. That's more of a Saturday morning play. It depends. You come on out, you get your coffee, you walk the squares, and then you go have your Saturday. Maybe come back on Sunday to see the finished work.
Yeah.
And an important note, all of the squares will be available, finished, completed on Monday. So if you're just roaming by, you can't make it out this weekend, you got other things. I know Halloween is around the corner. The kids have the things to do. If you need to come by on Monday, you're welcome to see that. But after Monday, it gets washed away. It is all gone. And that's part of the beauty of this, right? Because, you create and you put something out there and you want it to stay and people to be able to enjoy it and continue to have experiences with it. This is all temporary.
Yeah.
Literally 72 hours and then it's gone. And then we start working on next year.
Yeah, go over there and take you can take some pictures with your phones, but look at it with your eyes, with your human eyes, and let it and just absorb that, knowing that there was another one of your fellow human beings put their heart and soul into this. They're creative, all the years of experience, their devotion to developing as an artist, and you're looking at it in amazement. It's because they devoted themselves, they dedicated themselves to making sure that I want everybody to be proud of me. I want my family, I want my friends, I want everybody to come out and see this. So you can see it all there for free. It's at the marketplace this weekend, October 21st and 22nd, 9000 Ming Avenue. It's 100% free. Show up throughout the day, throughout the entire weekend.
Yep.
Go on Saturday, come back on Sunday.
Yes.
And take some pictures and say, oh, wow, look at this.
Great selfie opportunities.
Yes.
Huge selfie opportunities.
So one thing I wanted to ask you about this. So every year in Via Arté, so the young artists, what I notice is that they're always there's always a particular style or there's a particular buzz around something in art, because, as teenagers, we're always drawn to what's hip and happening at the time. And every year you start seeing maybe it's the anime stuff. So they want to do some anime or they want to do Marvel or they want to do movies. They want to do horror movie characters.
Yep.
Have you noticed anything that they want to do? What's happening with the kids these days?
You know what? Whatever it is, it's happening with the kids. This is where the challenge part comes in at Via Arté, because we specifically tell artists that pop images are discouraged. Doesn't mean that they can't do it, so our curatorial team takes a look at that and they make a decision. But the challenge is to really interface with the masters in visual arts, whether it's Italian Renaissance masters from another period. I told you some kids last year rocked a couple of Picassos that just knocked my socks off. They were amazing. So whatever the pop culture influence is, there's a time and a place for that. At Via Arté, we really encourage these student teams in particular to stick with the masters, to really apply the techniques that their teachers have spent countless hours teaching them how to do. There's something really special about watching not just the student teams, but the professional artists as well. You've heard of that phrase, back-breaking work?
Yeah.
This is legit.
It is.
This really is. I've heard artists tell stories about, sore fingers and aching backs, and they do it for the love of the work.
Yeah.
And it almost brings me to tears to think about the level of devotion that it takes to physically sacrifice yourself for the creative impulse that you're feeling, the thing that you have to get done, the image that you have to put on asphalt, the precise blending of two colors together in order to get that contour, that shade right. I have so much respect for it. We all do. And Via Arté is such a special event for us, if for no other reason than being able to showcase the incredible array of local talent that we have and the people who are willing to physically put themselves out in order to produce it.
Well, the weather's going to be beautiful this weekend. I know it's going to be in the 80s, a little bit of the 90s, but it's going to be beautiful. So you go out there, take the entire family out there after church or before church, anytime over the weekend. The 25th annual Via Arté Italian Street Painting Festival going down this weekend at the Marketplace, 9000 Ming Avenue. And if you want to get some more information, you can go to bmoa.org. You can follow them on their socials at the BMOA. And plenty of information. Go ahead. You want to make sure that you tag your photos.
Yes,
Share.
tag at the BMOA on Facebook and Instagram. And to get your complete festival schedule, you go to viaartebakersfield.com/festival.
Yeah, plan your entire weekend around Via Arté because the fair's done, everything's done. And if you want even more art, you can always visit the Bakersfield Museum of Art right there at Mill Creek Park in Central Bakersfield.
You know, that's an important thing to point out. It's not just the festival. We don't just exist to put on the festival. We've got a rotation of exhibits. We change our exhibits out, I'd say 3 times a year. Sometimes there are extras. And even though this event is free admission, like I said, there's all sorts of ways to support the museum while you're at Via Arté. We want to make sure that the museum is around for another 60 plus years. I think we're 66 years old right now, if I'm not mistaken. And we want to make sure that this cultural treasure exists for generations to come. So come on out, congratulate the artists, encourage the kids, and support the Bakersfield Museum of Art.
Absolutely. Couldn't say it better myself. Once again, I want to thank Lauren Marty, the Director of Marketing at Bakersfield Museum of Art, reminding everybody, Via Arté going down this weekend at the Marketplace. We're going to be posting reminders, flyers right on the socials because we want everybody. If you have never attended Via Arté, you should be ashamed of yourself.
I mean, really. What is your excuse at this point?
Yeah. Once again, I want to thank Lauren Marty, Director of Marketing, Bakersfield Museum of Art, and we'll see you at Via Arté this weekend.
Yes, you will.
The Bakersfield Podcast with Matt Munoz. New episodes every week. And for the latest, be sure to follow us at Bakersfield on Instagram and Twitter. That's BAKOTUNES. And be sure to like us, rate us, comment at us, and don't forget to subscribe. We'll be back next time.